Why would you
I need
want
you to
be
watch
a
this video.
one-term president?
For stability. I will not stay a day with a gun in my head longer than 4 years. What we have now is only 2 years that somebody used to borrow more than all the previous governments put together. It's only 2 years that Nigeria have entered into the 100th country of the world. A president of Nigeria can stay in Abuja and 200 people die in Jos or in Niger or in
I know
Benue,
a lot of people are already
and
thinking
you're
that
sitting here.
Tinubu might get the victory chip in 2027, and their reasons might be valid, which is the fact that Atiku, Tinubu, maybe Sheyi Makinde, Showore, and all will be competing against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Might. Then the last candidate, election rigging. So some people believe that there's no hope anymore. Others are believing that the system is too powerful for any real change to happen. Maybe, the sixth candidate. But what if that's exactly what the politicians actually want us to do? What if the danger right now is not this sixth candidate, the election rigging? What if it is voters' apathy? What if that's their initial game plan? Because honestly, many Nigerians are tired. Fuel prices are high. Food prices are high. Electricity problem is still there. I'm currently recording this video with an inverter. People are frustrated, and I'm as on fan currently because if I'm waiting for NEPA light, I won't do anything. And many people have stopped believing their vote will count. But here's the interesting part. In 2023, Peter Obi entered the race without the traditional political structure people said was very necessary. Yet, he pulled over 6 million votes. Think about that carefully. First attempt. No ruling party, no governors like the major parties, no long-established nationwide structure like APC and PDP. Yet, millions of Nigerians still came out for him. So now here's the question. If Peter Obi could achieve that in 2023, what do you think will happen in 2027 after years of economic hardship, rising frustration, and growing political awareness among young Nigerians? What do you think will happen? Do you think Peter Obi will still win despite the opposition crisis? That is him, Atiku, and all of that. They don't unite. Honestly, I think he can. Peter Obi can. But only if Nigerians move beyond social media and turn online support to real votes. And in this video, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why Peter Obi is still a major force in the politics of Nigeria and why many Nigerians should not lose hope. We're going to talk about how we can turn our voters, how voters turn out, how we can change it, and why 2027 depend more on citizens than politicians themselves. Because this election will not be decided on Facebook, will not be decided on TikTok or YouTube. It will be decided in polling units. So let's deal with several sections in this our video today. So section 1, many people still don't understand what happened in 2023. You think what happened in 2023 is small. Let's get right into it. What happened in 2023 shocked many political establishments. It shocked PDP, it shocked APC. Because before that election, many believe it was between PDP and APC. Those are the serious parties then. But suddenly, millions of Nigeria, especially young people, rallied around Peter Obi. The obedient movement became one of the strongest political structures Nigeria has ever seen in recent years. And what made it different was this. Many supporters were emotionally invested. People genuinely believed they could change Nigeria. That energy was very powerful. Now imagine something important. That was Peter Obi's first major attempt. First presidential run under Labour Party, not PDP. First nationwide movement of that scale. And despite all the challenges, Peter Obi got 6 million votes. That alone tells you something. The support was organic. It was very real. Section 2. Why 2027 will be different. Not may be different. Because fast forward to today, Nigeria is different now. The economy is affecting almost everybody. Transport cost is high. Food prices are high. Compare the prices of 2023 till now. Everything is different. Power supply is still an issue. And during campaign, We heard promises. We heard promises. In fact, Bola Ahmed Tinubu said if he does not produce electricity, if he comes for second term, do not vote for him. Because one of the discussion online today, the biggest discussion is electricity. Many Nigerians remember the campaign and the promises of Tinubu saying he's going to improve power, and if he does not do it, we should not vote for him. Now, whether supporters of this government agree or not, one thing is clear: a lot of citizens are already frustrated economically, and frustrated citizens often become politically active. We want change. Exactly what happened during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's time. We became frustrated with the killings, and he was voted out. People dropped religious sentiment aside. That's why many political observers believe 2027 may become even more competitive than 2023. Because now, more Nigerians are paying attention. More young people are becoming politically aware. More first-timers voters will enter the process. I promise you. And Peter Obi still remain one of the most talked about opposition figure in Nigeria. Section number 3. The biggest threat is voters' apathy. That's my fear. Voters' apathy. Now, this is the most important part of this video, because the biggest danger to this opposition victory is not even the division that we're having. Maybe we're having Atiku, we're having Obi, we're having Sowore, we're having all of them on one ballot box against Tinubu. No! It's the voters' apathy. That's the problem. Because many Nigerians complain online, but they don't vote. Some people believe their vote does not count. Others get discouraged even before the election happens. But think about this carefully. If millions of Nigerians decide to register, collect their PVC, mobilize their family and friends, protect their polling units, and vote massively, the political equation will change completely, massively. That is why politicians take turnout seriously, because elections become harder to manipulate when participation becomes overwhelming. This is where Nigerians themselves become important. The citizens becomes more important than the politician. Okay, let's go to section 4. I added this because of what Goodluck Jonathan said. What did the former president Goodluck Jonathan Ebele said? He pointed something out that after 2023 election, they noticed low turnout of voters. According to the figures from INEC, only about 27% of registered voters voted in that presidential election. That means the majority of the registered voters did not even participate. Now imagine this carefully. The percentage is only from registered voters, not even the Nigerians' total population. So imagine if voters' application increases massively in 2027. Imagine if millions of young Nigerians who stayed at home last time decide to vote. Imagine if people move beyond hashtags and showed some real physical presence in the voting and polling units. That will change everything, because no political structure can ignore massive voters' participation. Section number 5. Online support is not enough. That leads us to section number 5. Now, this is something every obedient must understand. Every OB supporters, come, please. Understand that social awareness is powerful. Very powerful, but elections are not won online, they are won offline. They are won at polling units, they are won in communities, in grassroots, when voters turn out. So the movement cannot remain only online. People must get PVC, encourage their family members, educate others, stay involved politically, avoid this hopelessness that the current incumbent governor is trying to plant in you. Because hopelessness helps politicians more than citizens. Hopelessness will help Bola Ahmed Tinubu than us. Because once we become hopeless, we believe that change is impossible. We will stop trying. And once we stop trying, once we decide not to go out to vote, nothing will change. Section number 6. Peter Obi's biggest advantage, we need to talk about it, very important. Guys, one thing Peter Obi has strongly from the beginning and is still working for him is his supporters. They are emotionally connected to the movement. Obedient, are always ready and active. People don't just support him politically. They see Peter Obi as a symbol of possibility, symbol of hope. Not renewed hope like the one Bola Ahmed Tinubu is promising us. Especially young Nigeria who are already feeling ignored politically. The emotional connection is really powerful. Unlike traditional politics where support disappears quickly. Can you imagine? Many obedient stayed active after the election of 2023. That matters a lot. That's something to pay attention to. The movement grew over time. Ignore those obedient people that they say they expel Peter Obi from the obedient movement. That's just political propaganda. Because politically, Peter Obi's visibility remains one of the strongest nationally. People can discuss him daily. People analyze him daily. People still believe he represents change. That level of relevance after years since 2023 is not normal, my brother. It's not. Section number 7. Why the opposition crisis does not automatically end Peter Obi's chance. Yes, I know there's internal issues. We wish that Atiku, Makinde, Peter Obi can conquer, all of them can just step down. Let it be Peter Obi versus Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want to see something. All these party disagreements, political ambition among them, they are real problems. But in Nigerian politics, anything can happen. It can change very fast. Alliances can change quickly. Political interests can shift now. People can forget that they paid 9 million, 10 million for form, and they will drop it and say, you know what? Let it just be 2 candidates. Go ahead. And history has shown many times that things can change close to election. So we should not conclude early that 2027 is already decided. No, politics does not work that way. Many election people thought was already gone, became competitive later. Yes, I've seen it in my small life. That is why Obi supporters should not lose on fear, should not get into that hopelessness cycle. That's what they want us to get to. Section 8, what is the real path to victory? So the real path to victory for Peter Obi is simple, but not easy. It is simple, which is voters registration. We collect our PVC, we mobilize the youth, we encourage grassroots participation. Please, NDC, tag NDCs to this video, tag them. All the money they are paying for forms, mobilize the grassroots voters, and then let's ensure we protect peaceful voting. Peter Obi, please, if you know Peter Obi, tell him this. Ensure that the agents in different polling units are active, they are protected, they are paid. We should turn our online support also to physical turnout, because if over 6 million votes happen during the first major attempt, many supporters believe bigger numbers should be possible in 2027, especially if more Nigerians decide to participate actively. And honestly, this may be one of the biggest lessons here. The future of Nigeria may depend less on politicians alone and more of whether citizens are willing to participate massively. So, I'm putting it to you now. Do you think Peter Obi can still win 2027, despite all this crisis that we're seeing? For me, the answer to me is yes, absolutely possible. There's hope. But hope alone is not enough. Tweets alone are not enough. Anger alone are not enough. The real willpower will come from participation. Power comes from participation. From us getting our PVC, using it, and turning out on the day of this voting. Avoiding voters' apathy. Encourage people to avoid it. Discourage this hopelessness that they are trying to plant in us. Because when citizens participate massively, politics change. And if Peter Obi could put 6 million votes during his first major presidential attempt, many Nigerians believe 2027 will be more competitive. I believe it. Only if supporters move from just social media and turn their passion to real political action offline. That's the real conversation Nigeria should be having right now. Finally, if you watch this time, let me know in the comment section. Do you still think Peter Obi is winning this election? And do you think that voters will turn out? Or, let me ask it this way, do you think that voters turnout will decide the next election, or rigging will decide it? Do you understand my question? And if you believe Nigeria should never give up on participating in elections, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell, right? Like this video and share it to people who need to be motivated to get out of that hopelessness. We are going to keep this conversation going all the way to 2027. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. I'll see you on the next one.